away after watching the fight last night?
Nothing really. What happened, I fully expected that to happen. People, all the doubters out there kept saying Daniel did this differently, Daniel did that differently. Well, it was plain and simple to see that Usyk learned more from the first fight than what Daniel did. That's why he's the best.
For Daniel, it seemed he had a good start round when he had Usyk on the back foot. He was on the front foot being aggressive, and then it just all switched going into round two.
I don't think he really was on the back foot. I think he was drawing him in. That's how he was getting hitting him with the left hand. He landed maybe 3 or 4 flush right-hand jabs against Daniel in the first round. One in particular, the very first punch he landed, snapped his head right back with a right hand.
For Daniel, where do you think it went wrong for him last night? A lot of people have made comments about still having to depend on his dad in the corner and almost listening to his dad over Don Charles, who's done the camp with him over the last couple of months. What are your thoughts?
Well, last couple of years, he's a daddy's boy. That's what he is. He's a daddy's boy. He can't let go of the apron strings. That's plain and simple. Don Charles is his coach. A very good coach that he is. Has helped him get where he is with building his confidence. But you seen yourself. I mean, Don Charles had to tell him to thank the crowd. You know, he's just one of the guys, you know.
Do you think the one thing that's always been spoken about with Daniel and in those defeats is that the quit allegations and he gets labelled as a quitter sometimes? Do you think that mental weakness and doubt kind of crept back in last night after going down the first time against Usyk?
Well, he did it against Joe Joyce as well. It'll never leave you. He's done it before in the gym, and it will never leave you. It will happen again, and it will happen again. Because he knows the way out. He sat up at 3 and looked at his corner. The referee got to 10, he got up and walked straight back to his corner. You tell me he couldn't get up? I'll tell you he could have.
Those are the words of Billy Nelson. And and that's his word on Daniel Dubois. Also in this particular interview, he calls for a Bakali comeback fight, against Bakali. And first off, I was reading a lot of comments because I'm going live at 12 o'clock. And I was reading a lot of comments from you guys, and I do acknowledge what you guys meant. I understand the people that voted in my live yesterday from Daniel Dubois, did he quit? And now Billy Nelson is saying that again to add more to that, more opinion of that statue to that. I do feel at this point that even though Daniel got hit with a big shot, and I mean, it was a big shot, it was a convincing shot, but I think it was convincing enough for him to justify quitting. Because, see, I do agree. I mean, he could have made more of an effort. I think he could have, but he didn't. It's just kind of he sit there. He was almost like this lethargic spirit came upon, like this unwillingness was upon him. You know what I mean? He got hit with that shot, sure. But I think the first shot was a little bit of that mental checking out, stuff. I think that was that deal. I think that was that overall, okay, this is what happens when you press Daniel Dubois. He will eventually fold. And I look at everyone that he fought before, and I can imagine what they thought, like, damn. You know what I mean? Daniel is a guy, he reminds me of a Mexican fighter named Yuri Boy Campos. If you guys remember Yuri Boy Campos was a guy that never lost twice in a row. He fought the best: Fernando Vargas, Oberkar, Oscar De La Hoya. He's fought a lot of people. Jose Luis Lopez. He fought a lot of those guys. He was a welterweight and super welterweight, needless to say, but he was one of those fighters. As long as he could hit you, he could fight you all day. But if it got to a point where he could not hit you, he will quit. And that, I believe, is Danny Dubois. If Danny Dubois mentally knows that he's not making an impact on you, he's going to eventually check out mentally. He's going to quit. And, Billy, I don't really care for Billy, what he did to Martin McCauley, but, he made a good point. He got up off of the ground and walked to the corner. Now, you have to pay attention to everyone's body language. His body language didn't convey someone that was that hurt that he couldn't get up. He came off as somebody that, hey, I'm going to wait because I'm tired of getting my ass beat, and I'm not going to get knocked down like that. Maybe it was an embarrassing factor. Maybe he was embarrassed because it's like, look, I've already caught this punch that I didn't even see. And you know what I mean? This dude just knocked the hell out of me. And then that pretty much, that put him down to his knees. That wasn't like a knockout loss. That wasn't like how he hit AJ. AJ tried to get up. That's the total difference. And AJ kept getting up. This motherfucker went down twice in one round, and that was it. So it shows you the resistance mentally for Danny Dubois is very, very low. That percentage is low as shit. It's probably 7-8%. Once you knock that 7-8% away, you ain't got no more. It's over. He ain't doing much more than what he's going to do. You knock him down a couple times, he ain't getting up. Or matter of fact, he's not going to get up. He's going to stay there purposely because he's going to be like, you know what? Shit, I just got the shit knocked out of me in front of these amount of people, and I'm going to sit right here. I'm going to look at this referee. He's going to count my ass out just like he did many other fighters. And guess what? I'm going to sit here until he goes, okay, 8, let me get up. Shit, let me go ahead and get up. Because he knew that guy was going to wave it off. And I think he purposely decided to get up simply based off the fact that, hey, I'm going to get up because I know what the ref's going to do because I know the rules. I'm going to get up on 8 to show this guy that I don't, and I'm not making an effort to get up to continue this damn fight because I'm getting my ass whooped, and I'm not going to do that shit no more. I'm a millionaire, bitch. I'm rich, bitch. Bam, bam. Right? So that's what I think now in that regards. Now, as far as a comeback fight that Billy is asking for, why in the hell would Danny Dubois fight Martin McCauley now? Martin McCauley fighting him now, and I'm not saying it's not a winnable fight for Daniel. I'm not saying any of that, but why would you go into a tough fight like that from a knockout like that or a defeat like that, should I say? If Frank Warren puts Daniel in there with Martin McCauley, he's done with him. That's his way of showing, because all Frank could justify to say, yeah, I want him to show me something. I want him to take out Martin McCauley. He's been talking all this. I want him to talk. No, you want him knocked out because someone like Martin McCauley, it's not like Martin can't punch. Martin McCauley would probably knock out Danny Dubois because now everyone knows. It's just you have to show him. And here's the thing about Daniel, though. If Daniel is able to hit Martin, which I believe he can, he's not going to check out mentally. See, as long as Daniel is competitive and he knows that he can successfully hit you, he's going to stay it. He's going to stay punching. He's going to stay in the game. He's not mental like people. He's not that mentally weak like people think. It's just with guys like Usyk that's that good that you can't hit, that Daniel doesn't have an answer for. He's going to quit. But as soon as he gets in there with someone big, like 300-pound McCauley, a 300-pound Jarrell Miller, a big-ass 6'5", Philip Hergovic, a 253-pound Anthony Joshua, 6'6". Yeah, he's going to, because he can hit those guys. As long as he can hit those guys, he's in there. But I wouldn't recommend a fight like that for Daniel Dubois. But it could happen. Would I object to that fight? Hell no, I wouldn't object to that fight. You know what I mean? Because for one, I would rather fight Danny Dubois than Moses Atoma. Because we know Danny Dubois' flaws. We don't know if Moses has any flaws yet. You know what I mean? He hasn't been tested, but that doesn't mean he can't pass the test. He just hasn't been tested. But we do know that motherfucker can crack and he can beat you in the next week. As hungry and young and fresh and sharp as he is, I don't even think he would want to get in there. Hell, Tyson Fury didn't. Counterpunch. So, yeah, of course Billy would call out Danny Dubois now. Beat him when he's down. Beat him when he's damaged. Get him into the next fight. But that's something that I wouldn't recommend if I'm Team Dubois. But you guys tell me what you think of Billy Nelson and his take on Danny Dubois. He was looking for a way out. Of course, please subscribe. And you guys been Counterpunch.